As the title clearly indicates, I have a confession to make. And I know that may sound dramatized, but it's not. It's actually the truth. I do have something that I haven't shared with my audience, and I like to be transparent about everything, so here it is. I've been going through a lot lately in my personal life, and it's taken a toll on me. And the channel isn't quite helping either, in a sense. I love this channel, and I like what I do here, and I'm proud of it, and I would like to keep improving it all the time. But it is very, very difficult to do on top of having a whole life and on top of having a full-time job. And I'm not asking for sympathy today. I just want to give context and to be as transparent as possible. I realize that though my work is purposeful and meaningful to me, at least on this channel, it is impossible to do everything at once, even though I'm trying my best. Especially with a bunch of developments in my personal life lately, it has become very, very difficult to make content the way that I would like it to come out, or make it at all. It's difficult to schedule it, it's difficult to have the inspiration to write it and come up with the twists and turns and then the funny bits that keep people engaged and make the topic a bit more bearable. You make things a bit more bearable. During one of my streams, a person confessed to me that had they not come across my video on TikTok and then come across my channel, they may not be alive today. And as grateful as I am for them sharing that with me, I don't wish they didn't share that. But I found it extremely difficult to go to work merely a few hours later. How do you make sense of a 9 to 5 where you're not actually helping as many people, you're not working on something so urgent? Not to complain about my job, I have an amazing boss and great coworkers. It was just difficult on top of everything else to not want to dedicate all my time to the channel instead. It felt selfish almost, like what good is it to save a bunch of money and live comfortably if I'm not doing anything with it? And donating money sounds good, but it's not as effective, at least in my opinion, in my situation, not as effective as me actually dedicating my time and energy to it. And I was trying to do that for the longest time, but like I said, it's impossible to do both. My health has suffered a bit, my social life is a little muted compared to what it used to be, so I can certainly see that this is not sustainable. And I realized that if there was ever a time, due to the circumstances in my life and due to how things played out, if there was ever a time for me to dedicate my days to a cause like what I'm doing with this channel, the time is probably now. I don't make nearly enough from this channel and Patreon to pay my bills month to month, though I appreciate all the contributions and I really appreciate all your support, but the fact of the matter is, at the moment, it's not enough to pay the bills, and that was never a concern for me because I was already employed. But I decided to take a leap of faith, so to speak. I'm not too concerned about whether I will make enough to cover my bills or not. I will do this regardless. I am taking a risk. I am using up all my savings. And I don't care if things don't work out for me financially. I think that even if this is not sustainable, if me working on my channel full-time is not sustainable, I will not have any regrets. The way I see it, this is the opposite of doing it for the money. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I am taking a huge risk here. I am doing this because I am passionate about what I do on this channel. And I remember a couple years ago, I was talking to a close person in my life, and I said, no, I don't want to be one of those guys, meaning people who have a YouTube channel and make the topic their focus of, I suppose, their day-to-day. And I didn't say that with any judgment. I didn't say that thinking that they're not doing a good thing. I just thought to myself, that's not what I intend on doing. All I was doing at the time was writing text-based posts, and that was it. But I couldn't stop myself from being drawn in. I couldn't have empathy and realize that I have the means to do more and not do it. And that's what led me to create the channel in the first place, realizing that I am able to verbalize things rather than just write them down on a post, and it may reach more people. Not to belittle the efforts of anyone who's not able to do this, but I found that I do have the privilege, however little of it that is, to do this. And what value does my channel add? In my opinion, from what I've seen so far, from what people have been telling me, it provides people comfort, especially ex-Muslims and apostates in general, and anyone going through this turmoil of struggling with religion and questioning themselves. Though it is not meant to be a community, it's not structured as one, it's just a YouTube channel, it does provide people with a sense of community when they feel like they're all alone and there isn't anyone else out there like them, because of how not only taboo but downright illegal it is to discuss these matters or be open about your belief in so many parts of the world, and even in parts where it's legal to not be a Muslim. It's very difficult for a lot of ex-Muslims to survive. I also raise awareness about this topic, and I, in my opinion, facilitate a lot of discussions with the other side, if you want to call it that. Even though it may seem like some of my videos are comedic and satirical, somehow I'm still able to reach the other side, and I'm able to have serious conversations. And if you are familiar with my content, I do not attack people. I don't belittle them. I may make fun of religious characters, but that's because satire is such a good tool, and humor is such a good tool to communicate ideas and to disarm the holy aura around religion, this untouchable quality that shouldn't be there. I think that I am giving people a voice, those who can call in, or without even calling in, those who can relate to things that I am saying and they haven't seen their thoughts echoed anywhere else. I think this is a representation for them. And I think that I am early enough in this movement to hopefully build on what others have already done. I think that I have been blessed or cursed, however you look at it, with a set of skills and abilities that make me a good candidate for doing this kind of thing, for having these conversations, for talking about the topic in hopefully new ways that haven't occurred to other people before, or just a fresh approach, I hope. You know, it takes all kinds to I forgot what the saying was. And I feel a sense of moral responsibility, and it's not all that is tying me to this channel, but I genuinely want to do this. Going forward, my priority is going to be this channel. It's going to be about learning more, improving my content, creating more, and having the space to express things the way that I know I can and the way that I want to, but I'm not afforded the energy or space to do so. If you would like to support me financially, there will be links in the description. You can join the channel as a member. You can join Patreon or one-time donations, or I believe there's a thanks button. There are super chats during live streams. Or you can just support me by liking and subscribing and interacting with the content. That is also very much appreciated. And what value would you get out of joining the channel or Patreon? Well, not a huge amount of benefits in terms of member benefits. I do share more personal little tidbits here and there. I share behind the scenes videos when I can. I try and announce things a bit more in advance, but it's all a work in progress because, like I said, I haven't been able to focus on everything at once. You get shout outs at the end of the video, and you get emojis on this channel if you do join as a member. Custom emojis that are themed around this channel. If you can't support me financially or don't want to, that is okay as well. I will be doing this till I run out of money or energy or both. So no worries there. This is not a video of me saying that I'm quitting the channel. I want to thank all members and subscribers and viewers and everybody who's ever interacted with my content and helped me get to where I am today. This is incredibly meaningful to me, and I hope that I was able to communicate that in this video. I did not prepare a script or anything, and I'm not always great at improvising, but I hope that all my thoughts came through the way that I wanted them to. Despite the jokes and the cheerful demeanor, I'm just using those as tools. This does really mean a lot to me. So thank you all once again, and as always, think critically and think for yourself.
Meow. This is Apostate Cat 18.
I have a confession to make. I cannot take myself seriously with you sitting on my lap. Well, standing on my lap. Can you sit down, please? I don't have the heart to push him away. Thank you.
A few moments later.
Guess which one of us has attachment issues? It's both. Say bye. I forgot to mention that I am back on TikTok, and the sooner that I reach 1,000 followers, the sooner I can live stream again. I also have a second channel that you should definitely check out. And I would like to send a special thank you to Elizabeth K, Tasneem Khokhar, and the rest of my patrons and YouTube members. Abdullah Samir, Quicksot, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Wesley Potts, Fred Pallison, also Apostate, Tim, Annie, Desi Neo, and Reason on Faith.